Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another Shelly D Trucker video. Welcome to another Shelly D Trucker video. Happy New Year. It's the 2nd of January 2026. What a year it has been for 2025. Especially for me, we lost family um, that passed away. There's a lot of things that we lost. Especially in terms of my family as well, my extended family and my in-laws, and yeah, it's been a tough year. Last year was tough. Hopefully this year would be fine or better for all of us. Yeah, it's been a tough couple of months as well for the transport industry in Ireland, and there's not a whole lot of videos out there in terms of informing people what's been going on in the industry. And I used to watch these veteran truckers in Ireland making videos, but they're no longer making videos. Well, they have their own beliefs, no longer make YouTube videos. Why? I don't know. But there's a few of them that's spreading hatred towards immigrants, like, you know what I mean? And it's absolutely pathetic, basically. But what can we do? That's just people. People will be people. If they want to be miserable for the rest of their lives, that's their business. You and me, we just have to move forward. We just have to keep on trucking. Sorry, lads. I have to put the phone here at the speedometers because my phone bracket is shaking, and this truck is not very good. Now, like as you guys can see, I'm no longer with PDHS, or maybe you can't see it because the last video that I've made where I left PDHS, for some reason, I think I lost that content. I lost that video, and I don't know where it is. Maybe it's on the computer at home. I still need to look for it, and then I have to reload it back onto my phone, and then what's going to happen after that, then maybe I can put it on after that. But for now, the phone needs to be there because I don't want this phone to be a distraction in terms of making this video, because we have a camera in this lorry, and I'm working for Musgrave in Waterford, and the thing is, they are very strict in terms of their policies in terms of holding a phone while driving. And that's why we use phone brackets. We use tripod stands if we want to create videos. So yeah, guys, I just wanted to jump back onto YouTube and start creating videos and more videos in terms of, there's a whole lot of topics that I'm going to do over the next couple of months in terms of new drivers coming into the industry, news in terms of the industry, my experiences, tachograph rules. And I know I've been over that many times. I've been over that many times. And the thing is that I want to say is, there's a whole lot of videos out there in terms of that as well. But the thing is, it's old videos, and we need to constantly update information regarding the industry. This video in particular is about new drivers coming into the industry. Now, there's not a whole lot of new drivers coming into the industry. Why? I don't know. But for those who did their HGV license, the Class 1 or the Class 2, as they call it in the UK, the Class 1 is basically, I think it's an articulated one, and then the Class 2 is for your rigids and your buses and everything else after that, I think. The thing is that I want to reiterate on is that who's giving these people advice in terms of when they do their licenses? Do they come into the industry? And if they come into the industry, do they stay into the industry? Right? And the point I'm trying to make is, that's why you and me are out here every single day, and we need to encourage those people to stay into the industry. Now, yeah, trucking is not for everyone. Trucking will never be for everyone because people want easy jobs these days. Sit behind a desk, work your 9 to 5, send emails and what, but no one wants to do this anymore. Now, I'm working for the big one of the. It's basically the biggest company in terms of retail in Ireland, and I'm driving a rigid vehicle. There's some days I don't even have time for a break, in terms of your tachograph break or whatever. I just have to continue on working. Otherwise, I will finish late or I will go over my hours, and at the end of the day, I will be the one that lose out on my own time. Like, you know what I mean? But so far, so good. In the beginning, it was very hard for me to make that transition from articulated vehicles into rigid vehicles because I was so used to articulated vehicles because I have 19 years experience in that. You know what I mean? And it was so hard for me to just to make that transition because this is multi-drop that I'm doing now at the moment. And multi-drop is not everyone's cup of tea because it's a lot of work, it is hard work. But at the end of the day, in terms of myself, I don't think I can go back to articulated vehicles because why I'm saying that is this brings me home every night. I work 8 hours a day. I don't work Saturdays, I don't work Sundays. I work Monday to Friday only. Now, the wages might not be as good as an articulated driver's wages, but I do have my pension and I eat healthy. I look after my body now. I sleep enough. And yeah, what else can I say? It's been great. Like, you know what I mean? It's been great so far. And the lads down here in Waterford, they treat me well. So there's no complaints in terms of that. But the point I'm trying to make is, how do we encourage the new drivers coming into the industry? How do we encourage them to stay? Are we gonna still go into that cycle and bad mouth the industry? Because the industry has a lot of bad stigma to it, if that makes sense. There's a whole lot of bad things that happened here in the industry before I came even to Ireland. You know what I mean? But I'm a South African driver, and it's been like that for years now, even when I was back home. That's why I left long distance trucking and then I went to something local. And then I did my ADR. In South Africa, we call it a dangerous goods. I did that, or a scam. So I did that. So I did fuel deliveries. I worked for fuel companies. Before I came to Ireland, I worked for there was a fuel company, one fuel company in particular that I worked for nearly 10 years, right? But I wanted to move on from that, and I wanted to try something different in a different country because that was always my dream to see. Now this thing is now falling off because of this is not a proper cell phone bracket or something, a cell phone bracket. So, but anyway, we crack on. It was always my dream to work overseas and to build a better life for me and my family, and there was no better place than Ireland. Like, but the way things are going now at the moment in the transport industry is there's a lot of companies that has to bring other drivers in from outside the European Union and to keep their trucks running. Otherwise, their businesses will fail. It's just the way it is, like, right? But in my own experience, I don't think there's a shortage of drivers. I think there's a shortage of truth as to why drivers are leaving the industry. Now, for a new driver out there, this is not for everyone. Expect to work 13-hour cards, 14-hour cards, sometimes 15-hour cards, especially if you do haulage. Now, we don't do haulage. We transport our own product. We are not a haulage company. We transport our own product. We load our own vehicles in the morning, we empty the vehicle, and we drive empty back to base, and that's it. When you're working for a haulage company, you don't know where you're going to end up tonight. If you leave your home on a Monday and you do traction work or you do night outs, you don't know where you're going to end up every single night during that week. You don't know what time you're going to be back on a Friday. You don't know that. Sometimes you're going to be back on a Friday, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you're going to come back on a Saturday. And then on Monday morning, you still need to go back out again. And that is just how the industry is. So if they can change that system, bring drivers back home, say once or twice a week, I think drivers would be more happier. Because for a new driver, I want to encourage you you need to decide when you go for your HGV license. Now, everything is about planning in life. Now, I didn't do planning when I did my HGV license when I was in South Africa. I did the planning after my first job. And then I decided as to how long I want to be in this industry, right? And at the end of the day, I failed in terms of that. And I'm still in this industry. My plan was 5 years, maximum tops. Get in and get out. And at the end of the day, look here, 19 years, I'm stuck. I'm stuck here. You know what I mean? But it's never too late to make a change. It's never too late to go for something better and different. All right? Now, I don't say I'm going to be here forever. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, when you are a new driver, before you go for you're doing your test and you're doing your walkarounds, you're doing your exams, your learner's permit, you need to decide what you want to do with this job. New drivers, you need to decide if you go for your license, go for your learners, or go for your learners first and then for your license. Do I just want to specialize in rigids? Do I want to be a bus driver? Do I want to be an articulated driver? Because there's a whole lot of opportunities within this industry. You can work as a company driver. You can work as an agency driver. You can work as a owner operator, right? You can do your transport management, and then you can stand as a transport manager for haulage companies who needs it. You need to you can put yourself out there. It's up to you what you want to do in this industry at the end of the day. So get your head straight, decide what you want to do, and you take it from there. I want to do rigid work only because I want to be home every night, multi-drop deliveries. And I can tell you now, multi-drop deliveries, in the beginning, it's very hard. But once you start knowing the places, learning the customers, as time goes on, you will learn how to get experience in terms of that. And it's challenging at times. It really is. But at the end of the day, I know why I did it. I know why I'm doing it, because it brings me home every night. And on top of that, the work is 5 minutes away from my home, driving time. So my wife is working today, and she has the car, so I need to take a walk. So it's a 20-minute walk, and it does my body good. So I just wanted to come on here again after being gone for so long, just to make another video and encourage the new drivers into this new year, coming into the industry, because there's a whole lot of driver shortage in Ireland, in the UK, and across Europe, across America. It's been like that for ages, and it's going to get worse and worse and worse. Now, there's a bad stigma to this job. There's a bad stigma to the industry. But at the end of the day, if I had to walk in now at a Tesco or a Supervelo or a Centra or any type of shop, and I wanna buy something, I would expect it to be there. So if it's not there, it means the lorry didn't bring it. So if you go into a shop, you expect everything that you want to be there in that shop at the end of the day. And that's why we need drivers. What are we doing? The question is, what are we doing to encourage new drivers to stay in the industry? What are we doing to encourage the younger generation to get into the industry? Because at the end of the day, we can sit around all day long and bad mouth. I can tell you now also is that there's companies out there that pays, I wouldn't say decent money, but you will work for it. But that is a topic for another day. I will make another video on that. But I just wanted to come on here and say to the new drivers as to decide what you want to do with the job, how far you want to go with this job. The transport industry is a very good industry. It's a robust industry. You know what I mean? We need new drivers coming in. We need new operators, owner-operators coming in. So yeah, guys, this is the 2nd of January 2026. It's a Friday. After this, I'm going home now. It's about 15:21 now. I'm at New Ross interchange. So I'm heading back now to base. And then I'm going to sign off. And then what I'll do is I'm going to go home for a weekend and come back on Monday morning. Usually on a Monday morning here by us, there's nothing going on here. So I'm on a van on a Monday, usually, and then from Tuesday to Friday, I'm on a truck. I just wanted to congratulate you for the new year. May you have a blessed new year and may you have a prosperous new year. Leave a comment down below what you think. Leave a comment down below and please like, subscribe and share this video with everyone else. There's a whole lot more coming and I will do it in steps. You know what I mean? I will do it in steps, maybe 2 or 3 videos a week and then we'll take it from there. So yeah guys, take care now, have a good weekend, be safe and keep on trucking. Cheers for now.